Imagine being the darling of the skies for over 50 years and suddenly finding yourself making cuts for the first time ever. That's the alarming situation Southwest Airlines finds itself in today.
Well, Echo, it seems like even the high flyers are getting hit with some turbulence. Southwest's decision to lay off 15% of its workforce is a pretty stark maneuver. It's kind of like going from 0 to 60 in crisis management.
Exactly, Aria. It's quite a shift for an airline that's been seen as stable, never even flirting with bankruptcy like its major competitors.
And to think, all this after a hedge fund rattled their tail fins, pushing Bob Jordan, their CEO, into action, cutting nearly 1,750 jobs and restructuring quite the transformation plan to keep the investors at bay, right?
That's right. Elliott Management, the hedge fund in question, really put the pressure on Jordan. They even tried to show him the exit door last year. But instead of quitting, he wrote out a 3-year plan to overhaul the airline, including these layoffs.
Which, let's be honest, sounds like a classic corporate plot twist. The airline's board adds a few members recommended by Elliott, but Jordan stays on as long as he shakes things up enough to quell the clamoring hedgies.
And the savings projected are significant. $210 million this year, growing to $300 million next year. Of course, they'll spend between $60 and $80 million in severance, but these are lean times to say the least.
All for a company that's prided itself on economic stability. It's fascinating how they've continuously stayed profitable since the pandemic, yet the cost structures have forced their hands here.
Yes, their unrivaled streak of annual profits took a hit during COVID, but they've rebounded. Despite these cuts, they're trying to maintain what makes them Southwest, being a customer favorite.
True, they still dominate passenger numbers in the US, and their economy class is revered by many, so perhaps their moves now will help them maintain or even bolster their stellar reputation in the long term.
Let's hope these bold changes position them well for the future. It's a test of adapting while maintaining those endearing qualities that their passengers just love.
As long as they don't lose too much of their identity in the chase for efficiency, I guess we'll all be keeping our eyes on them as they navigate these skies.